So we are back, and we have talked with this sweet old lady who calls her Sweetie, and then we learned a lot of stuff about this world. It's some kind of market. Some people made a union.
You should totally send Harry over here the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
My soul is immense. My soul is punny. My soul is cubic, contained in obscure by hangover. No, my soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
Well, with a theory, I'm developing that, and I'm down with on my own luck.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. You should sing the sad, small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
Chalo, at least now I know that it's not like it is not repetitive. Like it's not looping back to a place. It's continuing. I hope this is good.
You would need another copy of the tape first, though.
Let me see what happens. Items. What's this? Yes, a pen with the green is kind of expensive. Nice, okay. You have no words where you are. You need to find a sufficient tragic tape. The boombox to memorize the lyrics. As we remain to perform. No people bother. Lord, this is kinda.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
He drops the ledger he was holding and turns.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
He responds trustfully.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
Joining me. Okay, he looks to you, realizing he still does not know your name.
Are you kidding me? It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking up her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Coasters, final scriptures.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Reaction speed.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
Are you local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Yes. And I'm not going to start working here again if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind, 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
The union. Yes, the strike. He makes the quotation marks. I hear mercenary. The unionists probably thought they sent a message. Maybe I'll. Yeah. Did you kill them?
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's
Because
why
I
Sylvie went
asked for her
away.
number.
I hope you appreciate that.
She went back, and because I asked for for her number. That's why we went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
And at the cover, the number was safely different. Number is safely tucked away into my pocket.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct.
this, this stuff gets on my nerve. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just want to put it.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was... Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and the... Okay, you got me.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were What?
One thing I know about myself is that
Is that so? Mr. Feminist?
he catches the rest before it leaves his mouth.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it with special bonuses and effects.
Haven't you asked me that already? Okay, you...
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you was... Good for you. Was there something else? Haven't you asked me that already? Okay, you got me.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought... Good for you. Was there something else? Haven't you asked me that already? Okay.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be in... Forget it. Haven't you asked me that? Okay, you got...
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynch... Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. Yes, I am. Haven't you asked me that already? Okay.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back.
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but
it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. This is funny.
If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an arsehole.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Who made the call? Reporting crime, pay for damage. You had to be somewhere, I don't know. Yourself maybe?
You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear. The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Yes?
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Can answer any lingering questions you may have about the case. And the
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazarus. Was there anything else you wanted? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul, so was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
It's not an interesting topic.
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
Insular Indian. I think it's South Korea.
You're barking at the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revachol.
A point of pride to him.
No.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. Wouldn't it be embarrassing if you didn't know this?
That's good. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself. Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the investigation.
The lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking.
What do you want to know? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I think I was thinking something other than worldly might be involved, something supernatural. White male in his 40s, what more do you need? I think labor disputes are very mysterious. But could it be sexy? What the fuck?
Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the Union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
We should ground the workers to find peace and treat them from there.
Politics is habit forming and hazardous. It is also irrelevant to police work. You're right to doubt the impulse. It might be detrimental to our task here.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
Nice, interesting.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does this briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Can we go?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Because of the present.
You don't know. I assumed you were in on it. That's good. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Better still than an imbis.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in... I'm relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Was there any... No, it's not. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was a... Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case. A rich one, in fact, part of a murder sex cult.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Extremely.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
No, it's... The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean pop. I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not?
It can still be the...
No, something isn't happening, because it's not part of reality.
The gesture resembles an orchestra conductor bringing the choir to a full stop. So desperately mundane. You need to funk this case up. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
No, the deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was a... Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rites. We'll get on it immediately.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
That's commendable. Was there anything else?
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then...
No, it's... The deceased is a security guard. There was some interest in this case at my station. Good point.
The weary tone is the surest indicator.
No, not really.
It can still be an otherworld. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some...
No, it's... The deceased is a security guard for a corporate... There was some interest in this case at my... Yes, it just so...
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Extremely.
It can still... He's basically challenging you to...
No, it's not... The deceased is a security guard for a corporate... There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to... Yes, it just...
The weary tone is the
Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation. But we digress.
It can still be an... He's basically challenging...
You mean like a brief? There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, it's okay. 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report, but during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want me 3 days ago? During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. Okay then. Was there good?
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective's warning for social realism. Another police...
Lamau. I know what to do now. I'll just do it faster.
There is never, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is only void of struggle, no ex-wife. An awareness creeps up on you. Ex-love. Ex-tent, do you really? You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon? There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. You can't even make out it. Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources. It's just as somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and up a fiery...
Somehow, you know what it is. A mirror hangs above. Hot water sprays from the base, and suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft. Really, or recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in, as you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There, bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in a... It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, Is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now. You hear a jingle. It says whirling in rags. The whirling in rags is a...
Now I have to replay the game. Starting
This
mission.
fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan. The other, the blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! What you have in your hand is a truly hideous tie. With the window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from a fine web of more likely a projectile than a held object. It is too large for a bullet. The single green... Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, a cool wind gushes in. The window stands broken. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution. Things were good for Revachol. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not out of the dazzling swirl of disco music in an open air. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust the click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume some 20 odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking, you have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice Kanema. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return. The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off. There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. The young woman raises her eyes up. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scout armor, sparkling. This is the spark.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. You've been here for 3 days. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she looks back at you, a light glinting off her eye.
Yes. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed war.
Forever and ever.
And ever and ever. Out of the corner.
You're in a hostel, sir. We are in
Revachol is the disgrace.
You sure look like you're from Revachol.
Her accent suggests she is not from around.
It's 51. The current century. Centuries don't have number. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There's no. It's 51. The current centuries don't. Civilization has existed for 8. Yeah? There was the usual. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people's. Oh, yes.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Oh, we're huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. A slow, sad song started playing. Like organ. Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone. Don't be. I was going out. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No. A window was smashed. The tape there was. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. There was the usual, I couldn't say. Oh, yes.
Oh, that.
Oh, were huge where I come. I don't know about a slow, sad song started playing. Like organ. Yes, there was that it doesn't matter anymore and that, yes.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. A tape player, probably. The song there was. I went out afterwards. There was the usual rock. I couldn't say. Oh, yes.
Oh, that.
Oh, were huge. I don't know, but a slow, sad song started playing. Like, yes, there was that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone. Okay. There was the usual rock. I couldn't say. Oh, yes.
Oh, that.
Oh, were huge where I don't know about that. A slow, sad song started that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. Yes, never. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song there was. I think you. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet, but I'm glad to have been of assistance.
Okay, I can save game.
A man in his late 20s, Stan. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a competent work of taxi. Looks like the bird. This is the great, the small steel tax.
Look, why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hit.
No, I'm not the bartender.
He's very animated all of a sudden.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar. She just, you know.
His eyes dart from left to right.
So now you recall. Oh, forget it.
The man plucks at the seabird.
No,
He's very animated all of a sudden.
that period of my life is over. I have 3 cafeterias. She just.
His eyes dart from left to right. This. The man plucks at the seabird.
No,
He's very animated all. The man plucks.
No,
He's very animated.
that period of my. I have 3 cafeterias. She just.
His eyes dart from.
No,
He's very animated.
that period of. I have 3 cafeterias. She just.
His eyes dart.
So now you recall. Oh, forget it. No, I'm not.
He's very animated. theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor cigarettes. Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped on
This is new.
plastic.
The idea of king in century economics.
The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket as you approach on the sleeve of his bomber.
Hello.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Okay then. It looks like we had an...
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Not that it also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. Right. And the interviews? At the 57th, we like good. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
A man in his late, everything is cool between you and this. A competent, looks like the, but this is the great, the small steel tap.
Look, why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not.
No, I'm not.
He's very animated.
I have 3 cafeteria. She just...
His eyes dart from left to right.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it. No,
He's very animated, all of us.
that period of my... I have 3 cafeteria. She just...
His eyes dart.
Mm-hmm.
The theme on that pinball machine is clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown. It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia. Piney.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.